One of the biggest inconveniences us mobile players have to endure is a lot of lag, and in today's video I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do in order to remove lag. Now I'm not going to be, Mr. Obvious and say get a new device, because not everyone is in the position to get a new device and not everyone is able to. So in today's video I'm going to be going over a couple of ways that you can remove lag for MCPE. To get started, if you find this video helpful, consider subscribing, as it would be greatly appreciated, and you can always change your mind later on in the future. But without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Alright guys, so the first thing we need to do in order to prevent lag is to understand what causes lag. Lag usually occurs when your device is just overwhelmed with all of the things that it has to do. For example, if you have your render distance all the way high up, then yeah, your device will definitely be overwhelmed. So there's a lot of things that we can do in our settings in order to remove some lag. So I'm going to be going over a few of them, and I'm also going to be going over a few things that you can do to your phone outside of MCPE that could reduce some lag or completely remove it in general. So we mainly have to go over here to where it says video. Now, one of the best ways to reduce lag is to actually turn off some of these fancy graphics over here. So turn off render clouds, beautiful skies, smooth lighting, and fancy graphics over here. And trust me, that will make everything much more smoother. And your render distance especially. This is one of the things that usually causes a lot of lag with MCPE users. And I highly recommend that if your device is severely lagging, that you maybe turn it down to like 12 chunks or even the lowest that your device can handle. So I'm pretty sure it's different for every device, but yeah, if you want to optimize your game, then make sure to actually turn down your render distance all the way down. It look a little bad, MCPE, but you have to keep in mind that we have to pay a price of some sort in order to reduce lag, and personally I think that's perfectly okay. I think it's a good trade-off. Like literally all you do is you get slightly worse graphics for better game performance. So yeah, I hope that doesn't bother you too much, that we do have to sacrifice a little bit of quality in terms of the graphics in order to remove lag, but personally I think it is worth it. So yeah, this is definitely one of the best ways to actually remove lag, is to fix your video settings, turn down your render distance, turn off fancy graphics, turn off smooth lighting, because that kind of stuff really does take up a lot of storage on your phone. It definitely does put a lot of pressure on your phone in order to render all those things. So removing it would be much more easier on your device, and it could definitely help you in the long term. Now if you've already done all this stuff and your device is still lagging, well, there's even more solutions for you. One of them including a optimizer texture pack. For example, this texture pack over here, the 1 pixel texture pack, makes your MCPE run much more smoother. It is basically a 1:1 resolution of all of the blocks. Alright, so we are here in our texture pack showcasing world over here, and as you can tell, all the textures are much more simpler. So even simpler than what we already did. So before, we already turned on a bunch of the graphic settings over here just so our device can handle it a bit more, and we are actually able to go even further with that with this 1:1 texture pack over here that completely removes any type of detail with the blocks, and it's literally just a solid color. And this should definitely help you improve your game performance and remove a little bit of lag. This can definitely help you, because I know there's a lot of texture packs that don't normally work. However, a texture pack like this actually does work, because it is 1:1 textures. It is much more simpler, because even if you turn down fancy graphics, you still get a little bit of detail on the blocks over here. And once again, if you have severe lag, then perhaps it's better to just remove all of the detail from the blocks and just have a 1:1 resolution pack over here like I am right now. So this is honestly pretty cool. It's definitely going to help you in the long run, and there's even more things that we can do in order to remove a little bit of lag. So if you already got this texture pack, which by the way I'll link it in the description down below, you already turned on all your graphic settings, you already got this pack over here, and you're still lagging, there's even more we can do, because I will not rest until your guys' lag stop. So the next thing we can do in order to reduce lag has to deal with our phone itself. So let's actually pop into our device settings over here. It should be a little bit different when you are in iOS. However, the principles are still the same thing. You can still apply the same things to iOS and Android. But anyways guys, let's open up our settings, and I'm going to show you what you can do in your device settings in order to hopefully remove some lag. Alright guys, so here I am in my settings over here, and basically you want to make sure that you check how much storage your device has. Now let me give you a little bit of advice. The more storage you have available, the less your game should lag, because obviously the more storage that you have used up, then the more your device has to handle. And make sure you remove any background apps as well. I completely forgot to mention that, but just remove any background apps as well. Just make sure that if you're playing Minecraft, that Minecraft is the only app that you are running, and also make sure that you have enough storage in order to run Minecraft smoothly. smoothly. And if you don't, I recommend that you delete some images you no longer need, because I know like a lot of us has like thousands of screenshots that we never use. Well, a lot of us. And you guys can also delete some apps you don't need, delete music you don't listen to or anything like that. Or for me, videos seem to take up a lot of storage for me, literally 19 gigabytes. So yeah, you may want to check those. And the reason why I'm using so much memory for my gigabytes is because I'm pre-recording a lot of videos for my trip to Mexico. But yeah, as you can tell, we do have somewhat of a lot of storage. We have like we only use 50% of our storage, which is pretty good, and my device is 128 gigabytes. So yeah, it really depends on how much storage your device came with. Mine came with 128 gigabytes, and but yours can come with different, whether that be 64, 32, etc. And also, you guys can check your SD card over here if you do have one over here. So I have a little bit of space on my SD card as well. So honestly, just make sure that you free up a little bit of storage on your devices over here. That would just make it much more better. Delete any junk files you have, then you should be able to run Minecraft much more smoother. And if you already did this, there is one last thing that we can do in order to hopefully remove lag. This is like a last resort, so I don't recommend it if you're only experiencing a little bit of lag. Like if your lag case is severe, then you may want to listen to this. Alright guys, this is what I consider the last resort, and that is a factory reset on your device. So if you go in your settings over here and you type in factory, you should see an option where it says factory data reset. And basically what that means, it's going to delete every single file on your phone, and it's basically going to make it so it's brand new, like you recently just bought it. It's going to delete all your files, delete all your viruses, and it's going to delete basically everything. Now, once again, I said this before, this is more like a last resort because I know some of you guys have some important, files on your devices. So before you do this factory reset, please make sure to back up all your important files and all that. And if you're using like your parents' phone or something, please make sure you tell them about this. Make sure you get their permission, because they might have a file on their device that they don't want you to delete. So yeah, this is like the last resort. Please, if you're using like your parents' or brother's devices or something like that, then make sure you tell them first and make sure they're okay with it as well, and make sure they understand what a factory reset is. And this, I have done this before, and it definitely has worked for me, because one time like I was just getting a little bit too laggy and all that, and I just needed to factory reset my phone. So I consider this the last resort in order to remove lag. So if you're lagging even after all the things that I showed you before, this should definitely do the trick. This is the last resort. And if you're really lagging really badly, then I highly recommend to factory reset your device over here. And once again, you're basically gonna have to, it's basically gonna delete everything you have and make it so your phone is new again. So you have to sign in into all your accounts back. You have to reinstall Minecraft, all your apps, all that. So it really is up to you guys. I trust you guys. But anyways guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. Once again, if this video was helpful, consider leaving a like, as it would be greatly appreciated, and make sure to subscribe, as it will also be greatly appreciated, and you can always change your mind later on in the future. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you later, French fries.